Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty big news going on over here when it comes to brand new PlayStation 5 updates, brand new huge cool games you guys go check out for literally go for free, actually kind of surprising games out there, and as well, one of the best actually numbers we've actually seen so far, too, a lot of really kind of big gaming news to go and cover. So you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy, and as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on if you guys like all the good old gaming news, and as well, I want to hear all your thoughts and comments on all these different types of stories down below. As well, we have the Twitter and Twitch room down below, we have the Amazon links too if you guys want to pick up all your consoles up for way cheaper, all linked down below, and let's dive into the news. So very first and foremost, I want to give you guys some quick run-throughs of a brand new actual firmware update. Now this one's not as big or as crazy as we had a chance to go and see for other big things, but there has actually been a few kind of big bug fixes that we've had a chance to go and see from today, where the latest PlayStation 5 firmware update actually did go and happen. Maybe if you guys launched your console, just came from work or whatever it might be, we actually did go and see a brand new update as of today. The latest PlayStation 5 firmware update is now available to download, so what does 23.01.07.01.01 actually go and do at the end of the day? So Sony has not basically made a pretty big major software updates since they've actually done the Discord voice calls, among a few other little various things, but there actually has been a few smaller updates since then, with everyone's favorite patch notes, and now the platform holder has now pushed out another brand new update. So some folks are kind of curious too, because sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small, or sometimes they're just in between. So it's actually about an 800 megabyte patch, so version 23.01.07.01.01, if you're interested. But it's actually showing major big patch notes, so people were curious on what it was, and they're like, what am I downloading? What's going on over here too as well? But when they actually had a chance to go and do this for all the updates, they had and said it was just a big minor bug fix, but it's all regards to the game library. Now, as you guys may or may not have a chance to go and see, they did go and have the game library kind of changed up their allocations and basically made it a little bit easier for PlayStation VR 2 and a few other various things. Which, on a little side note, I have barely seen any news when it comes to the PlayStation VR 2, surprisingly, ever since it did go and come on out, which is kind of weird. If you guys have gotten one, let me know, but I haven't even seen people tweet about this or mention this to me or anything in between. I just haven't seen anything. It's actually been kind of really strange that just no one kind of seems to care. So if you guys are one of the people that care, let me know. But this did actually go and affect up some of that stuff. They also had an issue in the game library where content was displayed incorrectly under certain conditions, and they basically was all resolved. And they just had a nice little bug fix going on when it comes to the console itself. Nothing big, nothing ground changing, but some people were curious, so I want to go and highlight up the news as we had a chance to go and see. They also did not even have the usual improved system software performance, which if you guys ever see general and random updates, sometimes it goes from there where we notice it and we see it and it's oh, hey, cool, random cool update, nice, and doesn't change. It's just some random guy changing 3 lines of code or they're just making sure I don't know, maybe fixing the cache, whatever it might be. I'm not really sure what they update for that stuff, but it is a nice little update. They did go and fine-tune some things over here as well. Let me know if you guys have any issues, or if there is still issues, just make sure you guys restart your console. Now, some other kind of really cool news too as well is also Sackboy. Now, if you guys don't know, Sackboy is actually a really well-received and really good game, in my opinion. It's basically a PlayStation 5 launch title where a lot of folks just kind of, if you guys remember back in the day, I believe Little Big Planet, Sackboy was just kind of almost an iconic PlayStation star, but he actually is free on PlayStation Plus as of now for April. So in case you care about that stuff, if you guys didn't go buy for your console, you can now get included with your PlayStation Plus subscriptions. So let's be honest, you were probably curious about the Sackboy big adventure to launch. I was myself. Same with Demon's Souls 2. Miles Morales, I played on my PS4, I'll be honest. I just want to play that before the consoles are all kind of in the groove. Demon's Souls also broke my PlayStation, if you guys remember that from the OOGs. I had my PlayStation 5 console actually get bricked from Demon's Souls. So thank you, Demon's Souls. Still have not touched the game. Still sad about it. So thankfully, you no longer have to pay extra to indulge in the curiosity, because right now, if you guys have it, also available on PS4, it's actually free to all PlayStation Plus members, in case you guys are a PlayStation Plus member, from April 4th to May 1st. So if you guys want to go get it, you guys want to hook it on up, you get the easy, free, fun, cool games, because there's no real reason not to, and who doesn't want cool stuff? I've heard a lot of really good reception from Sackboy. I think a lot of people really liked it, and at the end of the day, I think it's kind of a good vibe, so you guys can creep on that if you guys want. It's also a decently different than the core franchise too, where Little Big Planet is a 3D enhanced side scroller that's more around the environment too. You basically have a slightly different game for this one. So it's kind of nice, it's kind of cool if you have kids, just want to get something for free. Don't forget, we do have the brand new list of all the PlayStation Plus games. If you guys want me to maybe make a video on that, or a little bit more, just throw it into a different video, I will, but just the usual reminder, Make sure you guys go get your final March games since you have a second for it. And as well, make sure you guys also get your April games too if you guys get these. We actually did also have a really big list of PlayStation Plus extras and premiums where they added a lot more better games. And I do think a lot of those are pretty cool. Tishia also had its brand new 60 FPS update, which some folks were a little bit curious on when that first came out. So also keep that in mind. And as well, Uncharted 2 and some other various games. Like, this has actually been a really, really good PlayStation Plus run through. Like, it's been very nice, very cool. And I think a lot of folks are happy with this. And that's why competition, especially in regards to the Game Pass and everything else, it's kind of nice to go and see. So really cool for this one is the PlayStation stuff. Make sure you guys go and get all your free games if you guys are around. Now for some kind of like bigger gaming news, the PlayStation actually has apparently set some huge major US records now for PlayStation consoles for sales in the month of February. Now, as you guys know, we usually have to wait a little bit longer for the details and numbers to come out. It does take a little smidgen longer depending on, well, when you see it, how it goes and all that type of stuff. But the PlayStation 5 basically did go and set a huge, massive record for our US consoles being sold in the month of February, as I just mentioned. So while Hogwarts Legacy stormed the monthly software sales chart too as well, and the actual game has been doing phenomenal. I've been playing that up on my Twitch if you guys are bored and ever want to follow down below. Some more PlayStation 5 consoles were sold in the US last month than any other individual PlayStation system has ever achieved in the month of February. So doing very, very good. And that's according to Matt Piscatella, Executive Director and Video Game Industry Analyst at Circana, formerly the NPD Group, which we cover up a lot on my channel all the time. In the company's latest monthly sales report, which was published on Wednesday, Piscatella noted that the PS5 has topped US hardware rankings in terms of both units sold and dollars generated since the start of the year. And in a follow-up tweet, the analyst also confirmed that the PlayStation 5 sales last month reached a record high for the PlayStation system. So they go and say, seems relevant. We have a few other tweets we're going to cover in a second. The PS5 set a new unit record for the PlayStation brand in February. I think PS2 2005 is the record. And they go and say, and confirmed, for an individual PlayStation platform, so like just PlayStation by itself, yes. Yes, it do. We also had some other tweets over here too as well on top of this one, where we had the February 2023 US video game market thread for Circana too, as you guys can see. So we actually might go and cover this up in a separate video too as well, but I can do a quick run through and highlight for you guys where the total video game sales, as you guys can see from 22 to 23, actually did have a 6% increase. Believe it or not, if you guys go through the numbers. Video game content, physical and digital full group 2 as well, DLC, microtransactions, and subscriptions, consumer spending, etc. as well, was about the same. It was a little smidgen more, and actually like I think 50 million more possibly, so be on the lookout for that. Video game hardware actually did go up a lot more, and it's also probably in comparison to the PlayStation platform itself, like the PlayStation console and all that stuff, and Xbox doing probably hopefully still well. Switch too, although the Switch has been kind of slogging, so this might be a lot more being carried by the PlayStation with a 68% increase, and then video game accessories was a 13% increase. I just never really know how many people actually buy and get these controllers and do these types of things. It kind of doesn't really make too much sense to me. I never actually fully know, because I mean, for usually me, I just get my controller, I get my headset, I'm good, but maybe things break. I'm not really sure exactly. There is on occasion new controllers or things like the new LeBron stuff that came out, all that in between. Now, you guys also look at the video game total sales though. Pretty much about the same. We're looking around a 0% change over here. 37 more million, so it did technically go up. Video game content though, whether it's physical or full games, DLCs, etc., subscriptions, Game Pass, PS Plus, whatever it might be, was actually at 7,843 to 7,681, which actually was a decrease, believe it or not, like a little for right there. Video game hardware actually did go once again go up another 29%, which is kind of correlated over here too, if you guys look at for this one as well. So you guys are still seeing the video game hardware sales doing a really good bump up. Like, it just looks really nice. This is for the year to date, so in case you guys are curious, instead of month to month. And then video game accessories was also down, funny enough, 1%. You guys can maybe see that right there if you guys go look at the two general numbers. And as well, February 2023 marks the highest monthly year-on-year percentage growth for the US video games market since October 2021. Very intriguing too, because it's kind of more of like in the gusto, I guess, of all the consoles. And February 2023 top 20 bestsellers, dollar sales excludes the DLC and microtransactions too as well. Well, if you guys ever look at this type of stuff, it kind of goes and sees Hogwarts Legacy. That's just been trucking through everywhere. Call of Duty still doing very, very well. That was the old number 1, now back to number 2. Dead Space, funny enough, did come out, though as I'm sure as of now it's way more lower. And we'll still see some of these bigger games such as Wild Hearts, Like a Dragon, Octopath, and etc., and some other bigger games too that are still sitting there, such as Last of Us, which makes sense. You know, both part 1 and part 2 from the actual ongoing TV show. and FIFA as well, Elden Ring. It's kind of like the same old, same old. I think Sonic Frontier is actually still doing well, and I think they also had a free DLC come out not too long ago. So a lot of actually kind of cool news. We had new updates, bug fixes, good sales, good everything. PlayStation users, make sure you guys get your cool free games like Sackboy and everything else in between. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have the Amazon links down below if you guys want to get your consoles for $50 off on sale. We have the Twitter and Twitch if you guys want to swing on by and say what's up, and everything else all in between. Love you guys all, and thank you guys all so much for watching.